Did ChatGPT just kill Google Chrome because they dropped something huge? They dropped a brand new AI-powered web browser called ChatGPT Atlas. And if what they showed today actually works, it could completely change how we use the internet. In their live stream this morning, Sam Altman and the OpenAI team basically said tabs were great, but we haven't seen a lot of browser innovation since then. And now they're claiming Atlas is the big next leap. A browser built entirely around ChatGPT that can literally browse, click, type, and do tasks for you autonomously. It can summarize web pages, edit your emails right in Gmail, know exactly what you've accessed across the web, and even take action for you with their agent mode. This means that ChatGPT can literally move your mouse, type on your keyboard, and take actions for you. So this all sounds amazing on paper, but it never quite lives up to the hype. So in this video, we're going to break down everything that OpenAI announced, and then we'll head into Atlas ourselves and see how it performs, and then I'll give you my honest review on it. So this is actually Atlas on screen right now, and well, as you guessed, it looks like pretty much every other browser. So you've got your tabs on the top of here like you normally would, and you've got all of your bookmarks. And there was actually a one-click option for me to import all of my bookmarks from the history from Chrome. So I pulled in all of my existing bookmarks and I pulled in my browsing history from Chrome as well, which is really cool. And because it has a really cool memory feature, which we'll talk about in a minute, but on the surface, pretty much everything you'd expect from a browser. So if I come up to my settings over here, I have the bookmarks tab. I've got the downloads. We can install extensions. So I'm assuming these are Chromium extensions, so the same extensions that work on Chrome. I assume they will also work on here, but I'm not 100% positive on that yet. We also have the passwords from my Google keychain, so it should automatically fill passwords just like it would on Chrome. We have the settings, and then we have incognito window, which is cool. So if you want to do something in your browser that you don't want saved in history, then you just use incognito. At the time of this recording, Atlas is available to everyone worldwide if you're on Mac, but I think Windows and mobile will be coming soon. And if you don't know already where to get this, you just head over to chatgpt.com/Atlas, and then you can download it for Mac over here. So here's what's new about ChatGPT Atlas. And again, the whole thing is powered by ChatGPT. So if I open up a tab like this, um, you can see it directly opens me up into ChatGPT window where I can just chat, similar to being logged into ChatGPT itself. And we can select our models up here to the left, and this depends on which plan you're on. Additionally, we also have a URL bar at the top. You cannot see it on light mode, which is a bit of an issue, but if you hover over it, you can see, you can type over here. But it also doubles as a ChatGPT bar. So I can give it a URL like this, and it will take me straight there, or I can ask it something like, how many R's in strawberry? And it gives me an answer, which is not correct. Additionally, I can use this and search for best taco shops in San Diego. And I can keep it in this ChatGPT mode, or at the top here, I can also do a search and it'll give me some recommendations, just like a normal search. And I can do images and also videos. You can also use tools with ChatGPT, just like you can in normal ChatGPT. So if I come down here and click on the plus and I hover on more, I've only set up Canva at the moment, but if I head over to chatgpt.com and I go into my settings and click on apps and connectors, if I connect all of these, so booking.com, Figma, Spotify, I can connect all of these and it'll also appear here in the browser. It is a bit strange because I couldn't find these options within the browser to actually connect these apps, but I mean, if you just go to chatgpt.com and you can set it there, then it will automatically appear in the browser. And they also added this Ask ChatGPT button on the side of here, and if I click it, it will open this sidebar. And this version of ChatGPT has all the context of the browser that I'm in. So basically, it's going to read everything from this browser, and then I can say, summarize this in bullet points. And it's only going to use context from here. But if I were to ask it something that's not related to this, then it will actually use the web and find more context. And here you see it got everything in bullet points. So automated document collection, document validation, CRM uploads, and custom solutions. So, I mean, yeah, everything looks great. So one of the things I believe is the most unique features about this browser is that it remembers everything. So it remembers your past chats, your web browsing history, and what you were doing. And obviously, if you don't want this, you can use incognito mode, or otherwise it will just remember everything. So I didn't import my Chrome history, but I have done some searching today, so I can ask it, um, what was I searching for today in my web history? So it's actually here you can see it's searching browser memories, and it sees, oh, I've gone to Flare, Wikipedia, Outlook emails for email. So, I mean, it remembers all of this, and I think this is super powerful. So, imagine if yesterday I was searching for an article, and today I forgot the article's name, and I don't now have to go through the whole history to find that article again. I can just come in here and ask it, hey, I was looking at this article yesterday. You can just say it was about AI automation, for example, and it'll actually give you a list of the articles that you read. So it's much easier to look through your history and find out what you were doing. And just keep in mind, if you do not want this, you can head over here in the top right, go to settings, go to personalization, and then just click reference save memories and switch this off. You can also use this chat tool to compare to other products. So if I open the Ask ChatGPT, I'm just going to paste this in. How does ChatGPT Atlas compare to Perplexity Comment? Now it's actually going to search the web, and it's going to use the knowledge from this article, and we're going to see a side-by-side comparison. So here we can see all of the what each product is and where they overlap, and then they also gave like a table over here which you can just expand to make it easier to read. As OpenAI explained, the Ask ChatGPT function over here is supposed to be like a companion, so you can ask it additional questions about what you're seeing on your screen. One thing that I have noticed though is that on some pages there is no Ask ChatGPT button, so I cannot open the chat. So for example, here I'm on ChatGPT's Atlas page again for the download, and you can see there's no Ask ChatGPT button, and I've seen this a couple times, and I'm not exactly sure why this is. And another big game changer, and was sort of the big reveal, is the agent mode, and I think most people are excited for this. And agent mode gives you the ability to let your browser do things on behalf of you. So click around, shop around, and just take actions on your behalf. You basically just tell it what to do, and it goes off and does that stuff. And as I mentioned earlier, agent mode is only for the paid plan. So on the free plans, unfortunately, you cannot use this feature. This is also one of those features that, on one hand, it is a super cool feature, but I think on the other hand, there are some red flags for security issues and could cause some problems. So let's give it a shot. If I open this Ask ChatGPT again, we have these, call it like pre-prompts. So we can either summarize the article on the left, or it'll help me learn. So talk me through the article step by step. So I think it's similar to summarize, but maybe a little bit different. But then we have the agent mode. So if we click agent mode, we can see these two buttons or drop downs that appeared. So we have the logged in. So this will, if you've logged into Amazon, for example, and you ask it to go buy you something off Amazon, it will access your Amazon account, and it can actually add things into your basket. And then we also have this, so we can search the web, and that's always on by default. But if we want to use Gmail or Google Calendar or something like that, then we have to tick on the use cloud browser, and then we can connect these apps and any other apps that you have connected in the past. Let's give it a shot. If I open the Ask ChatGPT again, I click on agent mode, and I'm not going to use this article. I'm actually going to do something a bit different. Let's see how it reacts. So go to um, YouTube channel and click on his latest YouTube video. So now you can see it's actually getting started. And this is its mouse. So you can see exactly the mouse movements that it's taking. My mouse is all the way over here. So it's actually super interesting to just watch exactly what it does. So now you can see it's searching. This seems like it's got the wrong Emil Fisser's account. Let's see if it can fix it. And you can also, at the bottom here, you can take control, or you can press on stop if you see, oh, it's doing something it shouldn't be doing, then you can just stop it. It seems like it's doing another search now. It identified that this is the wrong Emil Fisser. And I see that top one is actually one of my videos, so let's see if it's going to click on it. Yep, and there it found it. And let's see if it's going to open the latest one. Yep, and there it starts playing. That is amazing. So now I can just take control of here and do whatever I want further, which is actually insane. So even though it would have been faster for me to actually just go to YouTube, go to my channel, and then click on my latest YouTube video, I think you can just imagine the use cases. Soon it will be able to fill out forms, manage my inbox, and even update my CRM. So just imagine this. You can ask it, book me the cheapest flights to Lisbon, book me the best rated Airbnb that is walking distance from the beach. And then it will just go off, do its thing. And you can even ask it, add it to my calendar, or add it to notes or whatever you have connected it to. And I'll do all of this automatically while you go off and you have lunch or you go grab a coffee or whatever. I think this is super powerful. And it's not just a gimmick, and people will use this extensively in the future. Another amazing feature that I think is really useful is if I head over to Gmail. So I've just typed this message. So I'm creating this amazing new video about ChatGPT Atlas and its features. You should definitely give it a try and let me know what you think. So if I highlight this and I hover over here, I can see this little icon. So when I click this, there's a small dialog box or an input box where I can say, for example, make this more formal. And if I send that, it's actually going to rewrite it in a more formal tone. Or I can say, provide more information about this. And then it's going to search the web for information about ChatGPT Atlas, and it's going to put in more information. And I think this is super useful. And if I just click update, it updated everything for me and rewrote it. Okay, so let's take a step back and talk about the practical side of things. So I did find that Atlas is a little bit slower than Chrome, for example, but I mean, this is sort of expected because there's so much more happening in the backend. And for me personally, I never use the normal search in Chrome anymore. I usually just go to ChatGPT and then do my search on there. So for me, this is personally better because everything is in one browser. Now, here's something that actually really surprised me is that the AI search actually feels really clean and really polished and gives great results. So it doesn't feel as spammy as normal Google results do these days. There are no ads, no SEO game pages, it's just straight answers. And if you want more in depth, you click the search tab over here and you get actual web results, but still without the clutter. And it feels like a search engine, but for people and not advertiser. And it's just kind of refreshing. Another thing that's worth mentioning is the integration. And because everything is built by OpenAI, Atlas seamlessly connects to your ChatGPT, your history, your chats, and any other connected apps like Canva, Spotify, Booking.com. That means it's the first browser that feels like an extension of ChatGPT. It's not just a tool anymore, it's actually the brain living inside your internet experience. And if you already use ChatGPT heavily for your work, this is just a natural next step. It remembers what you've done, your past chats, and it carries this over into your browsing experience. So after spending the day testing it, here's my honest opinion. Atlas isn't perfect. It is a little bit slow, the extensions don't work properly, and the AI agent is a little bit limited. But it's also the first browser in a decade that actually feels new. So if OpenAI can iron out these bugs, I think this could genuinely be a start of a new category, which is the AI browser. If you liked this video and you found it useful, please leave a like and a comment and even subscribe. That will help me out so much. And I'm looking forward to making more videos on this browser.